Hello, lovely people. I'm so thrilled to be sharing this night with you. And I wanted to tell you a little bit about my very precious friendship with Stephen. I met Stephen a couple of years ago in Congo. And I was there with a group of about 40 delegates from America, Canada, and Europe. And we were there to gain a greater understanding of what was going on in Eastern Congo, and to see what we could individually do to try and help remedy the situation. Now, in this group of 40, there were people from all professions, many of whom I didn't know. I didn't know what they did, and we didn't really talk shop. We were talking about what we were seeing and how we could help. And while I was there, I kind of gravitated towards this man with silvering hair and glasses, with this wide smile, very unassuming, and this twinkle of curiosity and interest always in his eyes. And he had this really cool son called Abby, and a daughter-in-law who'd written some book that everyone thought was really great. Anyway, and I'd find myself at the breakfast bar, wherever we were, or on the next step of our journey, and, oh, there's Abby's dad. Hey, how you doing? On one of our trips together as a group, we went to the Panzi Hospital in Bukavu, run by the extraordinary Dr. Mukwege, who some of you may know about. And the hospital is devoted to literally surgically healing the women whose bodies have been devastated by horrific rape and sexual abuse. And while we were there, I turned a corner and I could hear this eruption of beautiful human music. And there in front of me were maybe between 100 and 200 women and children dancing and singing and just glowing with gratitude and power. And in the middle of them, I noticed, oh, there's Abby's dad. And I thought, oh, you know what, that's really nice. Look, he's really getting amongst it, that's great. And so I thought, oh, I might go and join it. As I was walking towards this throng, I saw this huge white banner that was surrounding the group, and it said, the Stephen Lewis Foundation. So that's one of the ways that I got to know Stephen. So that was a couple of years ago, and I adore this man. So when I was asked if I would come and introduce him to this stage, I felt so extraordinarily lucky. And it made me think back to that day at the Panzi Hospital, because when I was watching for a while, seeing Stephen amongst these women, survivors of unspeakable violence, and their joys, they were kind of jostling him around, and they would embrace him so fully, and he would embrace almost shyly back. And yes, he was smiling, but there was some kind of withhold. And I knew it wasn't shyness particularly, because he's as fierce as a lion. And I always remembered that expression and in his demeanor. And so when I was thinking about tonight, I thought about celebration, and I thought about achievement and success. And the celebration that comes from that is a kind of ending in many ways. The end of a long road suffered, or the climb as we try and gather aid to help these people. It's a kind of ending when we get to release and feel the achievement and feel the relief that we've got there. And after that, there's a pause. There's a pause where we might sort of settle back and absorb the satisfaction of what we've helped happen, or maybe pat ourselves on the back, or maybe stand at on a stage behind a podium and receive an award for what we've done. And that's when I realized the withhold in Stephen that day. it's because he doesn't pause. I don't think he even feels that comfortable with patting himself on the back. And the expression on Stephen's face that day, it was the expression of someone who is so intensely linked to the knowledge that there is always more work to be done. Stephen's the one who I think metaphorically leaves the party early. He leaves the throng that maybe he has helped to give them that platform to feel that release and believe that there's hope, believe that they're being supported. And he's leaving the party early. He's not pausing. And Stephen, I wanted to tell you that you, in that moment, seeing you, you taught me everything I needed to know about the commitment, the real commitment that we need, and the small pauses we need to take. So I'm so happy to be able to bring to the stage Abby's dad, Stephen Lewis.